What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Motorfest. So, I have basically been playing this game now for 3 straight days, and my goodness, it has been an absolute blast. But now September 14th is indeed here, so everyone can jump in. I do know a lot of players are probably insanely excited to play this game, so I definitely can see the hype, guys, and/or feel it because I've been having such a blast on here, and I really do think a lot of players are absolutely going to love this game. But there is going to be a few things I do want to go over. So, initial first impressions, I really like it. This game is a lot of fun, guys. The cars feel absolutely amazing. There's also going to be a crazy amount of things you can actually do in this game, like all of the playlists to like doing all the challenges around the map and then jumping into the summits and then doing like the grand race. Like there really is going to be lots of content on this game, guys, which for me I would say is going to be kind of sad in one way because a lot of games can't even release at least completed. So seeing Motorfest like this is honestly so dang awesome, and it really does make me really happy how much stuff you can actually do. So if you guys do like completing a lot of challenges, I would definitely recommend getting this game though. Like there really is going to be probably like 400 challenges to do, and you actually get like rewards like money and or XP, and then you can get like outfits, and it really is insane how many things you can actually get and or basically be rewarded, which a lot of games do tend to fail at that as well. So one thing I have been noticing, by the way, guys, from first impressions on this game is going to be from actually playing the beta to this, and you can actually see differences all around. So using something like the KTM ATV, it actually felt better. I really don't know how that's possible, but at least to me it did when doing that rally raid event. So I really do find this insane because even after playing something like a beta, you normally would be like, well, they could fix some things around and probably a lot of stuff does actually have to be repaired, and my goodness, like the game's glitching out or that car's not loading in right or something like that. But I really do feel like they really did nail this game completely, and that really does not happen nowadays, guys. Like I'm not going to name any games here, but we can all agree playing certain games like, well, Call of Duty, I guess, would say could be one of them, is going to be like in beta form. You would then test the game out, which by the way, you have to pre-order it just to play the dang beta for that matter. I think that's ridiculous, but Motorfest having that insider program like 7 months before it actually came out was probably like one of the best things they could have done, and I really do hope we actually see this with future games. Like I think it would be insanely helpful, and that way a lot of games would not actually come out like half broken and or half incomplete like many games do nowadays. But so far though, I've only done basically 4 of the playlists, and I'm basically trying to start off a 5th one here. But my goodness, guys, they are so much fun, and not only are they going to have a lot of different events, you can also do one of the best things ever. I was actually begging for this in the Crew 2 to be added. So, for example, let's say you actually wanted to use like a racing and or like an Alpha GP car, but you really did enjoy the Made in Japan playlist, so you can actually go back into one of those events and pick any vehicle of your choice. Like you can actually use a rally raid truck in one as well, so it really is going to mix up like the overall experience, and that way you can actually grind and or do a lot of different races. So it really is going to make like the overall like longevity of doing these events a lot more fun. And I did notice, guys, this was a big issue in the Crew 2, so I really did want something like this in this game, so I'm so dang happy it's in here. And being able to use different cars in these events is really going to make this a lot of fun, not only for like grinding, but also going after like parts for those cars and maybe grinding money and stuff. You can actually run different vehicle classes, so it really is going to mix up like the overall like variety and or experience. But obviously the Crew 2 was going to be like a redesigned version of the US, and that was also like the same map on the Crew 1. But I am so glad they actually did like a new map and or like a different type of map for Motorfest, and I really do feel like that was most likely like the best way to do this. So obviously, guys, I would say on PS5 at least, this game is running insanely smooth. I really do love the way this map looks. Like it's actually beautiful. I really do love the way the coloring is, and like going around like the water with like the sun setting coming down, or driving around at nighttime and seeing like the rain come down with like the wind and seeing like the water fly across your screen, or driving into a city and seeing like the fog overtake the buildings, and then going off-roading on like an ATV or like one of your favorite rally raid trucks or something. Like this game really is going to be like an entirely different experience compared to like the Crew 2. Like the entire vibe in here is honestly unmatched, so I really do think a lot of players really are going to love Motorfest. But the other thing I did want to touch on in this video, I guess this can also be like a first impressions and or like a review type of video, but regardless though, guys, that's going to be the handling in this game is by far way better than what the Crew 2 actually had in basically every way. So every car actually feels like it is actually on the ground for that matter, and you don't feel like you're floating, and or how some cars kind of feel like they're basically like sliding everywhere, or they feel like insanely unstable in some places, which honestly I can't stand, and I would say a lot of people are most likely not happy about that either. So the entire handling model in this game really is going to be like night and day. Every vehicle you actually drive, like let's say a Toyota Tacoma and or like one of the Ford Broncos, and then you jump into like a Toyota Supra, like you can actually tell one vehicle is going to be for off-road and the other is obviously for on-road. So the handling model in this game really is going to be like night and day compared to the Crew 2. So if you guys weren't like a big fan of how that game was, do not worry, you're definitely not alone. I was also not liking that game that much after playing Motorfest, so I really do think Motorfest is that much better, at least now, and I really do kind of wish like the Crew 2 was slightly better, but obviously Motorfest is new and that game is, from like 2018, so I kind of understand that. But one thing I also do want to touch on this video, guys, is going to be the overall UI interface in this game. So it is obviously going to be an entirely new setup, like picking your car, adding pro settings and or like parts to it and stuff. So picking different cars and or like going through the menu really is going to be a lot easier and or also a lot faster than it was before. So I really do like the way they actually did this, guys. I was also going to add this into like a feature video because being able to do everything from the menu is honestly awesome. So you can actually head over to the shop thing here in the menu and or like the activities and basically like go to any of these playlists you would like to. You can then pick one and then have like a waypoint to that race. You can also go right to the summit here from this as well, which is awesome. Like going to the HQ for the summit every time in the Crew 2 really wasn't a big deal, but they really did make everything like basically right in front of you on Motorfest, guys. Like for the summit, you basically click this here and then go right into it. Also, if you do want to leave this, you can actually head right back to your profile here and or head back over to the shop and buy some cars, so you don't have to go travel to like 5 different HQs looking for a car. You can then head over to your catalog and go over to like not own like this and then basically buy the car you are looking for. So I really do love the way they actually did the UI in this game. It's definitely one of so many things you actually love, and I really do feel like a lot of players really are going to really like Motorfest, guys. So if I did have to rate this game on a 1 to 10, I'm most likely going to be slightly biased, but I would easily give this game a 10 out of 10, at least for me, and actually playing the past like 3 days nonstop, I've been loving this. But overall though, guys, I really do think a lot of players are going to love Motorfest, and the fact that this game actually released with like little to no issues really is going to be such a huge positive. But again, guys, let me know your thoughts on this game so far in the comments below, and I would like to know, by the way, guys, what is your favorite thing about this game so far? And as always, guys, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more insight.